Okay, so once you've set up, you've imported all the footage in, first of all, bring the music onto the timeline, so you can just drag it in. It's the one I've got highlighted here. It's called overclocking. So bring that in. First thing we talk about editing to the beat is to mark where the beats are on the audio. So if I just show you here, if I zoom in a bit, you can see I put these little markers on the key beats in the audio. If you double click on the audio track and go to source in the source window, you'll see a close-up view of the audio waveform. So you can add markers. If you right click on the timeline below the audio waveform, add marker, okay, and then you get a really clear view. So if I play this through, you can see that the markers are right on the beat. So I've got a kind of audio, I can listen to it, but I can also see really where the beat is here. So again, if I go to the next beat, add marker, sorry, add that in the wrong place, you can easily shift the markers around, you can see here. So I'll line that up with the next beat, so you can really fine tune it there. Okay, so the first thing is to do that, to mark out all the beat points, and then when you get to the more zoomed out view on the timeline here, you can see, I can clearly see where those key beats are, which will help me when I come to start editing. Okay, the next thing now, if we turn our attention to the footage itself, if I double click on any of the clips in the project window here, I get a view of them in the source window. So I'll click on this first one here. So it's a question, first of all, of seeing what your raw footage looks like. So you can see there are a few takes on this first clip here. I'll just maximize the window a bit. So I can scrub the playhead along here. Now I think that the bit of this clip I want is this last take here, where it seems to work best. I just want the placement of the cup. Now what I tend to do, and this is a bit of advice, we were looking at Edgar Wright before, is to start the clip, so start late and leave early, basically. So start the edit after the cup's in the frame. All right, so if I set the out point there, mark in point, sorry, not out point, mark in point there, and then if I scrub to when I want to leave, so I want to leave before the hand has left the frame. Now again, this is not an exact, this is just one way of approaching it. So I'll mark the out point there. Again, you want to make the edit your own, but I'm doing it this way. So I'm in point and out point. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I can now drag that, literally drag it from the source window onto the timeline. All right, now I want to synchronize the point where the cup's put down as close as I can with the beat. Okay, now this is where I've got a few decisions to make. So this is going to be my first clip. So I'm going to drag this to the beginning. Now at the moment, the point where the cup's placed down, this bit where the cup hits the surface is not synchronized with a beat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim my audio a bit. So I'm going to bring that, I want to synchronize this beat with that point. So I'm going to just trim it down a bit, move it in. Sorry, grabbing the wrong bit. Move the clip in. Okay, and keep trimming. Keep trimming the audio until that's roughly synchronized. So then it's a question of just playing through. Have we got a sync? Is that synchronized? I need to trim a tiny bit more off. That's not bad. So you can see the point where the cup hits the worktop is synchronized with the beat. Okay, so it's a question now really of making decisions about how much of the clip you want to use, how much of it you want to synchronize with the beat. Um, another useful thing, so let me just bring in, is you can bring a clip in. I'm not doing these in any particular order. So say we've got a longer clip here. Sorry, I need to trim that first before I bring it in. So I'll open this one. So select the in and out points. So what do we want here? Actually, I'm going to use a slightly different one. Let me just find one. Maybe this one. Yeah, we'll go with this one. So I'm gonna bring the in point here. So I'm gonna start late, and I'm gonna leave early, about there. All right, so that's my clip. I'm gonna bring that in. Now with these clips, incidentally, there is no audio on the clips themselves. The audio has been removed. So these audio tracks at the bottom here are empty. Okay, so just to make you aware of that. Okay, so I'll just play that through initially and see how that works. Right, now the other issue with this clip is it's a bit slow. All right, so I'm going to speed it up a bit. So if I right click on it and select duration, I'm going to double the speed, so 200%, and then see if that looks a bit more dynamic. Maybe still a wee bit slow, so I'll put it up to 300. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with that for now. 300. I think almost synchronizes there. So what you can also look at doing, if you've got a clip here that's longer than the actual edit, what you can do is we can use this slip tool, and I can move the playhead to where the beat is, and then I can shift the clip along. So I'm changing the start and end point of the clip. So if you see the split screen here when I'm moving the slip tool, the split screen at the top shows me the start point of the clip, the new start point of the clip on the left, and the new end point of the clip on the right. So again, I want the point where the jug's put down on the worktop to synchronize with the audio. So if I want the end point to be just after that's been put down on the worktop. So it is a little bit of trial and error this, so see, not bad, it's nearly there. I'm going to shift it a bit further forward. That's almost there. That's pretty much there. Okay, so slip tool, very useful. You can just click and drag right or left to shift the start and end point of the clip, yeah? Particularly good when you're trying to just get precise timings like this. All right, so we've got some synchronization going on now there. Okay, the other thing is sound effects. So I want to find a scene where I've got a zoom, sorry, not a zoom, a pan, should I say, kind of like a whip pan. So I'll just find the clip, appropriate clip. Okay, so I've found the right clip here. So this one. So again, I'm going to mark the in and out point. So I'm going to mark the in point about here. And then we've got the pan, the whip pan across. Sorry, let me just do that again. Sorry, wrong bit. I want this bit. This bit. So I'm going to start here. In point here. Okay, and then out point at the end of the pan. Okay, I'm going to bring that onto my timeline. So So there we have our pan. Now I'm going to speed this up a bit as well. So I'm going to right click, speed duration, and double the speed. See how that looks. I want it to be pretty dynamic. That'll do, that's not bad. Now I want to synchronize a different sound effect with this. So we have a whoosh, cinematic whoosh here. So I'm going to bring that down onto the second audio track. Okay. And I want to synchronize that with my whip pan. Okay. So this is my cinematic whoosh. So again, I can tweak the in-out point of this. So I want it to start straight away. So I'll mark the in point right at the start of the sound. So that'll be fine. And I just need to align that with the clip. So it's aligned with the clip there. Working reasonably well. That's not bad. See, I might keep that delay at the beginning. I'm going to change that. I'm going to bring that back into alignment. Yeah, I think that's aligned better. Okay. So again, I just change the in point there so it'll aligned up a bit better. Okay, reasonably happy with that. I can just I'm just going to chop the whoosh sound there. Again, I can either drag in the end point or I can use the razor tool, whichever. Both do the job. Select the bit I don't want, delete. Okay, so those are just some of the key techniques I wanted you to use when you're now doing this edit, producing this edit. Okay.